Hey, what's up, YouTube? So, I don't really normally make these kind of videos. I don't really put out videos for you guys, but I figured this would be a good one to actually make because I've spent a lot of time on YouTube, watching people do these unboxings and kind of share, not really experience, because really all I see most people doing is just saying, oh, hey, I found some metal shavings, clean this out, put it back together, and run it, right? And nobody actually ever gives like, actual reviews, say 6 months, a year, 2 years, whatever down the road, right? And actually let you know how the wastegate's actually doing. So that's kind of what I'm going to do with this video here. What I'm doing is I was running this fake Chinese tile 38 millimeter wastegate previously on my RB25, running a twisted motion T3 T4, pushing 20 pounds of boost. So basically I'm switching up to a GTX 3076 with a top mount now, and so I picked up this 44 millimeter VS Racing Chinese knockoff of the 44 tile wastegate. So basically I kind of want to show you guys the issue that I ended up running into with this one, which I've never seen anybody really talk about, which is the fact that the valve, they both have this little valve stem seal. This one is gone on the 38, so it's no longer there. So you get, a lot more air leakage, but what ended up happening to mine, after running it for probably, I don't know, not even maybe 6 months, is the valve guide. I noticed inside here, the valve guide is not a full-length valve guide. So what happens is, you can see how much up and down movement there is with the valve, right? So, and I figured that out, that it's because, like I said, the valve guide in here is very short. It barely makes any contact with the valve guide, so it exaggerates that angle that the valve can move, which just causes you a massive boost leak because all your boost source comes in from the bottom and then comes out the bottom, or comes out the top of this the valve here, the valve guide, and leaks down into your shit, right? So my air fuel gauge was trying to tell me that it was running lean when it wasn't. It was just a massive boost leak getting down into here and back into my exhaust before the air fuel gauge. So that's what I ended up seeing with these. So if you're looking at these ones were put out like last year. I believe they're still out there on eBay and stuff like that. But basically I want to steer you away from getting one of these because it wasn't but like a month before the actual valve stem seal completely like just deteriorated and melted away. The fact that these ones aren't water cooled probably has something to do with that as well. But I don't know if it's just the water cooled, but like I said, what I'm seeing is that right there, the massive valve to valve guide clearance because of the lack of valve guide length. So stay away from these ones if you're looking at a cheap one. The reason I'm making this video is I'm actually happy to see that this VS Racing 44 gate actually has a full-length valve guide. So it's a very long valve guide. It gives the valve plenty of length to actually run, so there's no side-to-side wiggle room. Yeah, so I got high hopes for this one, that it's gonna maintain boost pressure very solid and shouldn't have any problem. Just like everybody else that makes these videos, definitely recommend taking these apart. I did find metal shavings. You can see this guy up here. That was a big sharp chunk that I found on top. Take your diaphragm obviously out, clean it. I ran mine under some hot water. That's just shit from my rag, but yeah, this, like I said, this has the same well, a different but same style where it's got a valve stem seal on it as well. Hopefully this one's made out of a little bit better material, and hopefully this one doesn't melt. I probably will be running the water cooled part as well to hopefully prolong the life of this one, and hopefully it lasts longer with that. So but yeah, regardless, I think that this one will actually last quite a while, just because, like I said, the biggest downfall to this guy over here was the fact that the valve guide was very short, so it just had massive boost leaks because of that. So I went ahead and polished up this valve here, and kind of ran some shit through to kind of help polish up the inside of the valve, just to make sure nothing sticks. Probably throw a little anti-seize on here to help it out. But yeah, so if you're in the market for the cheap, low budget knockoff tile wastegates, definitely look at this VS Racing. I got this one off Summit. Like I said, it seems like China's stepped their game up a little bit, or maybe they just have a different manufacturer machining these ones, because like I said, the machine work on the faces look a lot better. It's actually like actual stepped V-band all the way around, as where like this guy was not really all the way around and caused it to leak and stuff like that. So the machine work definitely looks way better since, you know, a year or two ago. So I think that'll pretty much cover that, guys. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of let you know, stay away from these ones that you see on eBay. So like I said, they don't last long. I even bought a legit tile diaphragm thinking that it was the diaphragm, and then when I took the diaphragm out of this, I noticed that it was just a worn out valve guide from the lack of, you know, there being a real valve guide in there. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and stop the video here, guys, and I hope that helps you guys out. So take her easy.